Greetings, celestial diviners of the new manifestation of heaven on earth. 4737 1414 5510 144. After this powerful 2 days of solstice portal activations and quiet on the Schumann charts, we had supermassive waves of higher dimensional plasma rays flowing in today. These gamma pulses appeared as amplitude powers of 69 Hz, 65 Hz, and 40 Hz white bands of light on the Schumann charts. We also had a blast of white light at 37 Hz, 37 into 73, heaven on earth. With these waves are new codes and information to assist consciousness. With these final transformations into the new 5D humans of pure awareness, all that no longer serves is being cleared from the collective, and all of the false and nefarious is being resolved in this now. Ascension frequency codes are transmitting to Solaris and Mother Earth and all her children from the golden temple within the great central sun. With these frequencies come DNA upgrades and new light signatures. All is coming to fruition and is being exposed in this great revelation. With these massive waves may come intense feelings and emotions. Allow yourself the space to feel into these feelings and allow yourself to let them go and keep going through and through and through until full compression breakthrough. You've got this, warrior of the rainbow tribes of heaven on earth. Keep holding on and towing the line, wayshowers of the new earth. We rise together into the dawning of the golden age of eternal bliss consciousness, never to fall into the illusion again. We are freeing ourselves and all consciousness from the false time loops of pain and suffering as all is being converted into the light. Keep shining brightly, earth angels of the 144. Aho. And with these powerful waves flowing in, we had many activations, many portal openings all over Pachamama. We had 124 M1.5 or greater earthquakes in the last 24 hours. Most powerful 5.4 in Drake Passage. Council of 9 coming in. Kermadec Islands, New Zealand 4.9. Puerto Rico 3.4. Mexico 4.9. Anguilla 3.6. New Atlantis Energy. Divine Masculine, China, 4.4, Divine 44, Chalice, Idaho, 3.0, Sandpoint, Alaska, and the Crown of Lemuria, 3.7, 37 into 73, El Salvador, Central America. We had a trinity of activations along the Central America portal, starting with El Salvador, 4.8, Costa Rica, 4.5, and Oaxaca, Mexico 4.8, Dominican Republic 4.0, Chile, South America, Andes Mountains, home of our sacred Condor, Kundalini of Pachamama 4.1, Indonesia 4.0, 4.9, Gulf of Alaska 3.1, and the sacred portal, South Aegean Sea, Greece 4.2, India, Taiwan 4.6, Puerto Rico 3.6, Northern Alaska 3.4, close to the Arctic Circle, south of Fiji Islands on the Ring of Fire 4.6, very deep 534 kilometers depth, Big Spring, Texas 3.1, United States, Dominican Republic another 3.7, activation 1010 portal, first portal to my sacred Condor, Chile, South America 5.3, and then the most powerful at the most southern tip of South America, right in between Patagonia's the southern tip and the tip of the trunk of Ganesh the elephant, we had the 5.4. And this is an activation, beloveds, in the root chakra, where the beginning of the Andes Mountains flows along the spine of Mother Earth. We had another 3.5 activation, Puerto Rico, Papua New Guinea 4.9, and then in the sacred portal where the three holy mountains come together, Tian Shan, Kunlun, Himalayan Pakistan 4.6. The whole ring of fire lit up, all portals open, activated. This is the omega point of the final harmonic convergence where all timelines, all dimensions, all realms merge together in the heart center of this 0 point of now. Feel into that energy, put your awareness into that still center, and let go into whatever arises, and let it carry you home to source, with the great flow of the sacred waters into the ocean of consciousness. Namaste. And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 7 degrees 51 minutes Sagittarius. The sun is at 1 degree 50 minutes Cancer. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 2 degrees Cancer. A man on a magic carpet observes vast vistas below him. The current Sabian symbol for the moon at 8 degrees Sagittarius. Deep within the depths of the earth, new elements are being formed. From astrologyweekly.com. And now, my sacred Condor, pull a card for you from the tarot deck, Shadowscapes, from Stephanie Poymoon Law and Barbara Moore. And the card she pulled for you today is 4 of Cups. She makes her way to the surface. The water surface shivers at her approach, and then she bursts through that barrier to climb up on the rocks. The water streams from her hair and shoulders. She flicks an arc of shining droplets off her tail. Like diamonds, the spray sparkles in the air, then vanishes beneath the surface. She lies there still and holding her breath, until she is certain that no one has followed her. Who would? They only have eyes and mind and sense for the world beneath the waves, but she waits anyway. She wants to be certain she is alone. She is bored of them, tired of the existence of the endless dance of the sea. The ripples of her disruption smooth away, and soon the water surface becomes a glassy mirror. The blue of sky melts into the reflected blue of water in a seamless gradation of color and light. Her mind escapes for a moment in dreamy contemplation. She sees her reflection for the first time. She is struck by her own beauty, not in a vain way, but with the fascination of discovery. She gazes into the reflected eyes that seem like tiny pools of water in themselves. She reaches out to touch that creature who gazes back at her. With a sudden shock, her fingers meet the glass and the image is shattered into a dozen ripples. She startles and only then becomes aware that she is not as alone as she first thought. Though the sea denizens have left her to her own devices, the sylphs of the air have crept close during her distraction, and they watch her intently, amused, mocking. Suddenly the air feels chill upon her drying skin, and she yearns for the soothing embrace of the sea and her kin. The 4 of Cups represents self-absorption, introspection, sinking too deeply into one's own concerns, and being lost in reveries. Awareness of anything else fails, and the world seems gray. But the outside world has much to offer if you tear your gaze away from your own reflection. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Raylene Brady, today is the most amped up, powerful solstice day of the 3 days, 20, 21, 22nd. June 22, Triple Master Portal Day, and as the great solar disks around our planet begin to prepare for an expanded rotation, don your solar crowns, anchor your golden scepters, and chant Amk Ra La Tupai, one who has attained eternal mastery of the sun, as we fully immerse within the 3 days standstill of the solstice cauldron. And from Divine Sister of the Light, S.A. Smith, Schumann resonance spiking high, ready to level up again. Schumann resonance has been spiking for the last 3 hours, bringing in another wave of these very strong ascension energies. These are layering in, adding to the solstice energies and the upcoming full moon. Breathe these in. Take a moment and imagine breathing in through your heart. Imagine each breath you are taking is actually entering your system via your heart chakra. This will increase your energy intake and understandings of these energies. When you are connected into you, you are living as a heart-centered being. That's not just a saying, it's how you now process the world around you. Hand on your heart, sensing your world. Heart first is a powerful thing. You are a powerful thing. Use your abilities today to process and flow through these energies. They are a gift from the universe for you. Everything around you is to get you where you want to be. You are the creator being. Happy Tuesday, Lightworker. Energy's increasing big time. A quick energy update. We've been getting hit with these big waves of energies. 1 second you're fine, the next you're floating or exhausted. Are you feeling it too? These are very strong. This is the time to listen to your body closely. Let it tell you what it needs. Just know you are not in this alone. We all are going through these together. Lightworkers unite. You are doing it. From agirlintheuniverse.com and from Divine Angel of the Light, Neil Devani. All that remains to be activated to unleash the great surge forward that will put us all above and beyond that last barrier separating us from this new dimension of existence is the expression in all its magnificence of the single, most potent force that exists in this universe, love. A love so pure, so unconditional, and so profound that it will open the doors of heaven in front of our very eyes and enable the realization of the prophetic visions about this blistic state of being that such a divine love can breed. This is what we are invited to co-manifest in the coming weeks during our collective and personal moments of meditation, surrendering to the power of love, preparing the ground for ascension, and sowing the seeds of this nascent golden age for the highest good of all, as one. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Karen Lithica, Mission Upgrade, the Arcturians. As the light metamorphosis continues, we see great upgrades occurring in all levels of your reality. See your human light mission expanding. As your world is awakening to a higher dimensional reality, be open to visions of insight as your mission is now before you. Your present moment, your future expands. For many feel the inner calling to particular roles as the path of knowing will become clearer, dear one, to see the light path ahead. Make the intention to see the next chapter of your journey, to receive, integrate, awaken the expansiveness of your life mission. For the multidimensional upgrades are here, Light Family. As you tap into the Galactic Light Network, as you upgrade, sending waves of cosmic love, the Arcturians and Karen Lithica. Blessings for the Solstice, Light Family, from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Lisa Renee, Trinity gates and transit stations. Recently has been made clear to me that there has been a guardian and group mission to help restore access to the Trinity gates, because these particular portals are the most easily accessible for the majority of the human race that has not activated their higher DNA or expanded their consciousness bodies during the ascension cycle. Many people that need safe passage when they drop their body at this time are taken through Trinity gates through the Aqua portal if they are not able to sustain higher frequencies. It can be dangerous to take them through a portal if they are not prepared for those higher frequency levels. There are multiple transit stations and exit points being prepared for everyone on this planet to have a better choice in the next cycle for their consciousness evolution. However, the majority of people at this time are not aware of this happening and do not know how to prepare their consciousness for transition or passage into higher dimensions. As such, the Trinity gates are to support this problem, and as a result they need grid work and clearing to help support the maximum load out of people that are not able to cross over out of the astral plane or from the 3D earth plane, or are unable to move through other portals because their DNA is damaged or is under 4 connected strands. The Trinity gates are designed for the majority of the population that currently exists at 3 DNA strands. Because of this Trinity coding at 3 DNA strands, these gates can be accessed from the earth plane in 3D, making transit easier for some groups, either stuck in the earth from eons ago or current time. They are to move to a safe place where they can be briefed and supported to rebuild or repair DNA that helps them progress to the higher dimensions. Over the past few months, many of us on the ascending path have been elevated out from 3D morphogenetic fields, thus our consciousness body shifted to the next octave, into the next harmonic universe. As a result, our light body is existing above the 3D Earth body, even while we are inhabiting our body on the material plane, because there are not that many of us in numbers relative to the overall human population. Those of us that are Starseed grid workers have been working on special project missions to help restore Trinity gates, while bifurcation events and plasma influxes are occurring. This event has created some issues in bifurcation that dark entities have taken advantage over to control these gates and stop them from working as they need to. Essentially, a struggle to repair and maintain these gates is transpiring while they can take advantage of the current vulnerabilities in the field. The NAA has attacked some of our people as a way to get to others, such as myself, because they are very angry at us for using these Trinity gates as portal access. When we remove people from the earth or astral, this is considered by them that we are stealing souls from them to harvest, so they are very angry when we take people through these portals. Trinity gates are required to be plugged into other gates in order to work effectively, such as what we refer to as Mother Arc gates or Arc Covenant gates. They run off the Mother Arc Gates portal between planet Earth and the Andromeda Galaxy. To work with the Mother Arc Gates and proficiently help to plug them into the Trinity Gates, 12 DNA strand activation of Diamond Sun is required. Some of us have grid missions to use this with Guardian Crystal Star hosting, and thus we are capable to have access for this purpose here, and our HGS session are supporting this particular mission. This allows us to connect with these gates and plug them into the Trinity gates, which allows people access to safe passage and transit with average DNA activation levels. This is relative for people that drop their body on Earth in the current time, in the past or future timelines, providing they do not activate higher DNA imprints. The Mother Arc Gates or Polarian Gate go directly to the Aurora time continuums, so that would be the major preference for most of us. For this reason, I am listing the Trinity Gates here so our community is aware of them. When you live close to a Trinity Gate, it is a vulnerability because the dark forces are doing what they can to take control over them, stop their connectors linked to Mother Arc gateways, and fight over the passage of people in the lower planes. They are really angry because they consider humans at the low DNA level as their personal property, and they will fight you over the portal access. That is, they will not pass. Trinity Gates, Malibu Beach, Malibu, California. Belize City, Belize, Central America. Gao, Gaoa, India, 1 mile of southeast coast. Staten Island, New York City, New York. Southeast Tuscany, 7 miles. Castiglione, Italy. Fiji, South Pacific Ocean. Andaman Sea, 7 miles west of coast, Tavoy. Auckland City, North Island, New Zealand. Lake Superior, Canada, 2 miles off coast, Thunder Bay. Hatshepsut Temple, Egypt. Epsom Downs, Surrey, United Kingdom. Cork, Ireland. Trinity Hub Gate is in Cornwall, United Kingdom. Can be a connector portal for all other Trinity Gates and is also a Mother Arc Gate. Recently, there has been grid work focused to hold connector points for Trinity Gates in Cork, Ireland, Surrey, UK, and Hatshepsut Temple, as well as a working on the Crystal Cathedral anchor in the Trinity Hub Gate in Cornwall. Additionally, Uluru, Bali, Seattle, and Phoenix, because they act as the main portal links for some of the Trinity Gates. Thank you, and hoping that this information is a helpful reference as well as supportive to our Earth grid work in comprehending why we may be working in some of these demographic areas. Transit stations. There are intermediary transit stations on interdimensional planes with arrangements being made with other advanced star races to help support the shifting of the 3D and 4D collective levels of humanity's vibrational consciousness on the Earth. This is to support the necessary transition for both groups in physical 3D bodies and 4D astral embodiments, especially once they have dropped their body on the Earth, and so to be able to move towards the next stage of their higher consciousness growth. Since we are in the Ascension cycle, we are sharing a planetary holographic reality with a massive array of different spectrums of frequency and consciousness levels. As a result, more alternatives are required to assist the levels of collective consciousness on the Earth and so that they can transit out of the 3D reality. Rapid exposure to high frequencies are similar to the brain and nervous system being plugged into a socket with 1,000 volts of wattage as the energetic current attempts to circuit in the electrical system of the human light body. For a person that has not been prepared physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually to attune to rapidly escalating higher frequencies, this may have impacts to the body that can be devastating. This kind of high-intensity spiritual energetic activation, such as releasing kundalini too quickly, can create soul fragmentation and mental body fragmentation when the negative ego and the pain body has not been cleared or dismantled. The guardians and those supporting the liberation of the earth through the ascension process do everything they can to minimize fragmentation, as this is already a massive problem for the people on the earth. This is why various levels of stepped down realities that act as transit stations are being made available as contingencies in order to accommodate the wide array of vibrational consciousness levels to the most safe spaces. The goal is to easily transit the person, earthbound souls, or while in the death passage with the minimum of disruption or trauma. It is a spiritual fallacy to think when a person passes on that they are suddenly all-knowing, wise, or God omniscient. In the realms of the lower creation fields, such as the earth plane, whether a person is physically embodied or existing in the soul planes, when that person passes their body and their consciousness moves on to another plane, they take the consciousness vibration they have at that station of identity. Their overall aura vibration is based upon the quality of the genetic record that they are carrying from the cumulative energetic result of all their actions, choices, and experiences over time. The higher levels of consciousness are based upon the genetic integrity of the person and the level of love and the light quotient they hold within their aura. If fear is the predominant vibrational quality of the aura, then the vibration of fear will become the total experience of the consciousness when the person passes their body. This is also true for addictions as well as other states of consciousness. We all take the consciousness that we have developed onto the next dimensional plane. This is why it is wise to prepare ourselves spiritually while on the earth in order to align to our highest possible expression when it's our time to transit. From energeticsynthesis.com, and from a gift from Gaia. We are now slipping past the point of solstice and gently entering into the flip side of our incredible 2021 year, and just like myself, I am sure you are honoring the opportunity to be in ceremony with self, receiving the realizations and remembrance as the old surfaces, so to feel deeply into what no longer serves, or perhaps what lies or illusions were created back in time to justify who we were and what was experienced in order to continue our lives in what we believe to be peace and growth. This is the pendulum swing. It is the law of rhythm. It is the opening of the heart chakra in which the old resurfaces to be released in the now new higher levels of consciousness that we have not only found and learned in the time it took to come back around, but have now authentically become. Remember, loves, no thing has returned. So if you're feeling the resistance, if you're holding the frustration and shaming self in the belief that this was done, dusted, and put to rest, that those cords were cut, or perhaps that the darkness has returned, then know here lies the separation that is causing the suffering and the continuation of the looping experiences. No thing can ever be separate from you. These past people and experiences live on within your cellular memory. They are you. They are your greatest teachers showing up to remind you where you have not yet awoken to the wholeness, where there is more acceptance to hold, where there is more wisdom to become, and this is the most awesome receiving of our journey. This is the gift of more awesomeness, more amazingness. This is the ultimate of all gifts in which we get to become more present, more open, and learn to hold more space. Everything is within you. Every experience is embedded within you, and whilst it still holds pain, it is forever a reminder of the peace that becomes available the moment you choose to breathe life into the cells that hold this memory. Every experience was intricately designed by you, for you. The masterful highest aspect of you carefully chose the most beautiful reflections and polarizations of you for you to see yourself in such fine detail and heal generations upon generations of this theme that has played out since the beginning of time. Can you remember the day when you loved these people or experiences so passionately, that hook of utter amazingness? Then can you remember the day when you fell from that great height, when heaven turned to hell? My loves, you are the living biblical story. It is a pattern that exists within each of you, that manifests in trillions of different ways. Everything is fractal, and just how our brains have 100 billion neurons, and from this can create 100,000 trillion connections, we too are on a path of creating 100,000 trillion different possibilities of that very one same program, only it gets more and more mundane as we go. However, if you look at the pattern of every experience we create unconsciously, then it has the very same biblical example of falling from heaven. It's all been written, my loves. We are simply in a process of experiencing it in mega possibilities and versions that are available. The scriptures show us the patterns, and it is those patterns that we are now awakening to. And through this awareness, we get to redesign the pattern we experience. We get to choose a whole new story to exist by. We get to rewrite his story and begin her story. Eventually, there will be the Una story. Ha! So, beloveds, that which is returning, those people, those thoughts, those feelings, is all resurfacing to enlighten you and to reunite you with your truest, most powerful, highest divine you. Truly, what is there to feel resistant or disgruntled about? The only thing I can see that is standing as a blockage is the limited knowledge of how to process, of how to take down the wall, of how much more love there is available within you. But what I can say and see is just how many people do understand and are willing to share their time and space with you to assist you in remembering and awakening into your love. From a gift from Gaia.com. And from Carolyn, servant of Yahweh. Soul restoration is happening with major breakthroughs and collapsing of the past. You have found your union with yourself. Everything that was blocking you from the return home to your soul is quickly releasing. Through your reunion, the Holy Grail has been accessed. You are fulfilling your own dreams and heart's desires. Your sacral, womb, and solar plexus chakras are now free of attachments. Inner child healing of your power centers is now completing. You are ascending into a new level of alchemical creation with unique visions and solidarity with Creator. This is a golden opportunity. Happy Mercury direct, beloveds. You did it. You healed yourself of codependency. Now you are being flipped into the leadership position to mentor and heal others to attain their own sovereignty and freedom too. The mind and consciousness is having a major DNA upgrade into Christ consciousness and being a leader of the way. Karmic contracts with the twin flame agreements are also ending with this week's full moon. You have been clearing the seed point of these illusions since December. A lot was connected to father wounds and family genetics that you have healed. God is protecting you and Mother Earth from these karmic deceitful relationships reattaching. We are quickly being taken into a new timeline of love and happiness. Balance of the masculine and feminine within is happening as these two powerful forces continue merging back home as one. Redemption is bringing heaven on earth as well. The higher octave version of you is now downloading and merging into the physical, ascending your superhuman light body. New wisdom and gifts are entering as the shackles of the past fall away. You may have headaches, head pressure, ear ringing, can't think clearly, etc. as ascension symptoms right now. Know that this is your crown chakra openings and expanding into the new version of you, a Christed flame counterpart. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. From Carolyn Kundalini, Twin Flames, and from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology. Mercury stations direct in Gemini, and the Sabian symbol, the head of a robust youth changes into that of a mature thinker. Over the past 3 weeks, many questions have been raised. We may have had trouble with communication matters, struggled with an important decision, or found our minds filled with reflections from the past. As our cosmic messenger turns around in the sky, we too turn to face the future, older and wiser than we were before. Mercury's connection to old-timer Saturn in the station chart reflects the Sabian symbol of this moment. Yes, we have learned a lot, been tested, recognized our limits, faced our doubts, but Mercury is also still widely squaring Neptune with one hand left to play with the Lord of the Ocean. Maybe there is still one more thing to resolve, a few more paragraphs to complete this strange tale. Take your time before you choose. Take a breath before you speak up. Hold fast to your boundaries. Consult your inner wisdom, your intuition, your soul. Pay attention to subtle signals from the universe. The fog is clearing, but give it time to fully dissipate. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And from the Zolkin Times, Kin 190. White Galactic Dog. Galactic is the name for the number 8, and its keywords are harmony, integrity, and model. I always find Galactic days relaxing. There's just something mellow and pleasing about this energy. Today is White Dog, and it represents love, loyalty, and heart. It's a great combination of number and day. The Galactic Dog is playful and sweet and doesn't growl at all. Have fun today and be light-hearted like a puppy. From Divine Bro Star of the Light, Roger Grossman. Today is White Galactic Dog on the 13 Moon Dream Spell Mayan calendar. White Dog, Tribe 10 of the 20 Solar Tribe Archetype Cycle. Loves, heart, loyalty. All you need is love. Love is the only reality. Love is the only solution. If you are experiencing fear, then you are experiencing an illusion. Fear is a story made up by your mind. Your mind is a valuable tool when it's subservient to your heart's desires. If you let your mind run away with the story, it will try and convince you of all of the reasons you cannot have your heart's true desires. When this happens, it leaves you feeling disconnected, unfulfilled, and unhappy. Your heart is the most prolific energy center in your body and is an exponentially more powerful receptor and transmitter than is your brain. Your heart always knows what is best for you. Put your brain to work for your heart and empower it to find all of the ways to help you turn your heart's desires into reality. Having traveled through yesterday's watery, purifying, flowing, red moon archetype, you are now in touch with and dwelling in your heart center. From a heart-centered place, you are able to feel and know the truth of things. Follow your heart. All fear-based illusions melt away when you experience life from a heart-centered perspective. When you find yourself confronting a fear-inducing situation, take a moment to check in with your heart and gut feelings to find out what is really happening. Dogs are a wonderful example of heart-centered beings. Dogs love us unconditionally and will remain loyal no matter how poorly they are treated. This is because they understand and relate to us purely from a place of love. I have seen some of the toughest, most hardened people instantly transform into blubbering, high-voiced, emotion-laden people when they encounter a dog. It's amazing the transformations that love can accomplish. Galactic tone of integrity, step 8 of the 13-step creative energy tone cycle. Harmonize, model, integrity. The number 8 is comprised of the number 4 doubled. 4 is foundation energy. When two solid foundations of 4 are interconnected, the result is complex stability. This complex foundation represents a place of integrity. This is the new extra solid foundation that you have achieved by going through the transformative, centering process of radiance, balance, and resonance during the previous 3 days. This new extra solid foundation is the place you can intentionally put your manifestation atop during the next 2 days. Today you will find that sitting atop an extra solid and stable foundation, you will be regularly called upon to keep your integrity about you. As you are able to keep your integrity, you will be naturally looked after and provided for in all things. Keep your integrity regarding love, heart, and loyalty. Day 8 of the 13-day cycle theme Blue Night, Dreams, Abundance, Intuition. And today from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, White Galactic Dog, Kin 190, 22nd June 2021, Modeling Heart, 22/6/2021 equal 22/6/5 equal 22/11 equal 33 equal 6. 22 Architect of Peace, Master Builder. 4 Form, Structure, Foundation, Earth. 5 Liberation, Change, Transformation, Freedom. 11 Gate, Portal, Polarity. 2 Twins, Partner, Cooperation. 33 Ascended Master Frequency. 6 Heaven, Christ, Harmony, Romance, Fertility. 2211 equal 33, triple master portal. Kin 190 equal 10 equal 1, new beginnings, leadership. A beautiful, loving day, great for modeling love and compassion with our kin, as the key to liberating our new dreaming. Day 8 in the blue night wave spell of dreams, intuition, and abundance, where we are collectively dreaming the new world into reality. Today we are integrating love. In order to harmonize abundance in our lives, we integrate these energies through modeling a receptive and compassionate mind aligned with our heart. Tone of creation, galactic, tone 8 in the mental realm. Action modeling, power, harmonize, essence, integrity. The galactic tone will influence much mental analysis today. The most important factor is that we model integrity in our thoughts, words, and actions. Today we are modeling compassion and loyalty as a co-creator of this new world. Are our intentions based on harmony through integrity of being? We need to reflect on the messages from Spirit and ensure that we are aligned in order to co-create more harmony and model greater love in our world. Our plans need to be transparent and for the highest good of our community and planet, for them to hold up in these new energies. Our projects and business models will then serve as a model for others, following in our footsteps, who hold the ideals of unity, peace, and harmony as a priority. At tone 8, we have entered a new scale, and we are so proud. We just have to model ourselves for others. We have also mastered harmony at this stage. We are galactic, and don't we know it? Planetary service, please take a moment to hold compassion and unconditional love to any soul, human, animal, plant, etc., on our beloved Gaia that is suffering in the lower densities and holding fear. Uphold and uplift them through divine love and pure light. Keep holding this dream for humanity. We are on our way to Eden. Blessed be. Today's question is, how can I open my heart and compassionate mind, connecting with kin to harmonize greater prosperity and peace on our beloved Nova Gaia? Divine blessings for integrating greater joy and prosperity through compassion and your beautiful, loving heart. And Lakek ala Kin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 190, White Galactic Dog. The mantra, the code for today is, I harmonize in order to love. Modeling loyalty, I seal the process of heart with the galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of timelessness. And on this powerful day of timelessness, time out of time, in between worlds, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. And now I'd like to take a moment and thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. We rely on our monthly pledges on Patreon and our donations to be able to continue this work and bring these transmissions to the world daily. So if you'd like to support us in our work and help us to continue bringing these transmissions to the world, you can make a monthly pledge at the link at whitegoldeagle.com or patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. I'd like to thank Divine Sistar of the Light, Laura Rhodes, for your donation today. I'd like to also thank Divine Sistar of the Light, Becky Morgan, our Gypsy Divine Sister, for your donation today and extra support. We appreciate you all in supporting us in this great work and mission and assisting Gaia and humanity in this great ascension process. If you'd like to make a one-time donation, you can do so at the link at eaglelovecondor.com, or the link to our PayPal is also in the description below. And for our team on Patreon, you can find our archived teachings and trainings with different meditations, Qigong practice, other different arts on our primedisclosure.com website. They're archived under the link at the menu at the top, Patreon transmissions and teachings. Now I'd like to thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's art business. You have one more day to benefit from the solstice sale, 15% off all of her beautiful handmade works of art. She has the goddess totems, the made to order zodiac goddesses, the set of 12, the 4 directions goddesses, and healing bracelets with healing gems. So you can check this out at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to finish today's transmissions with 2 powerful codes and activations. First, from our Pleiadian bro stars and sisters of the light. Pleiades 1 messages, June 22nd, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Surprise departures happen, authorized. Attention missionary emissaries. Projectors aimed. Accelerated ascents authorized. Appropriate karmic breaks in progress. Etheric surgeries increase. Copiers de-engineered and transferred by Arcturian. Divine mirror is expanded. Astral disputes in closing. Etheric applications continue as CSEDA lowers orbit. Missionary sectors are triggered. New earth shines. Hymns of glories are heard. Ashtar plus Conct Super 11 plus active and physical 1. Reverberation 26% non-regressive. Remnants of rebellion are cornered. Temporarily end of transmission. Pleiades 1. Ashtar plus 11. DisclosureNews.it. And from Divine Angel of the Light, Nisha. Today's reflection. I am that I am. I am the universal jewel God being made manifest in service to others. I do not think, I just be. I'm simply here to observe and rehabilitate the experiences God puts me in. I am more powerful than any fear, can withstand and far exceed any obstacle, as everything I need is inside of me. God accesses my being solely through neutrality. I will be at peace with all things at all times. I am impenetrable, invincible, and most important, there is no value difference. From energeticsynthesis.com. So thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light, and thank you for your beautiful comments. Our higher dimensional friends see the interactions happening through channels such as this. The star nations are very aware of everything going on in this realm, so be sure to stay positive, stay in your heart, and transmit exactly what you're feeling in all interactions on the internet and with all your relations. There is an old saying, God will work with you but not for you, meaning that God does not pick and choose source, the highest self. This is the infinite creative potential that is the genius within every living being. In other words, it is the pure energy, the light, and it needs our consciousness, our guidance, our awareness to know exactly what we want to experience, what we want to see, what we want to feel. So hold that energy, whatever it is that you want to experience on the new earth, for at least 73 seconds, and then let it go and allow yourself to feel whatever arises from whatever that thought conjures up within your heart center. We say the still center, the Kunlun energy. Kunlun is an art that I trained many years with Gold Dragon, Ching Feng Dao Shi. I've transmitted to many people through dojos and online. And this is the lineage of the heart. We say it is the bliss that is in the center of the heart. Kunlun, most sacred mountain in China. It is known amongst the masters that when Lao Tzu attained immortality, he ascended Kunlun Mountain. And Lao Tzu was the author of the sacred text, the Tao Te Ching. So Kunlun in the middle, the divine feminine, symbolizes paradise, Shambhala, Elysium fields, the happy hunting ground. Every culture had their own symbolism, mythology of this paradise. See, it was the original Edenic code, but in an unconscious state. We are converting that unconscious paradise to the eternal bliss consciousness. It is eternal forever. It is bliss. It is the happiness, the joy, the peace, the harmony, the love, the passion within every beating heart on this realm. And it is conscious. We are conscious of the I Am presence here now that has evolved to the point where we no longer need to suffer for the lessons we have learned. And the greatest question you may ask yourself is, have I suffered enough? Because if you're listening to this now, we know what the answer is. Yes, I have. So now it is time to reap what we have sowed. The fruition of our dreams, our visions, and our intent are being made manifest in this now moment For this is it. This is eternity. No looking back, no going back. We forge our way forward with our diamond swords of truth. So keep walking gently your sacred path with heart. Shine brightly into the night, and be sure to make it the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.